Is it working now? It's working now. It's working now. See, here's the thing. You have to, and I've not really learned. This OBS thing is a bit kind of, it's a bit kind of pernickety. Um, if you start up OBS and then you plug something in, it doesn't pick it up, which is a pain in the arse. Anyway, we're here. Apologies about the late start. Well, in fact, I was actually not going to do it. I was at a wedding last night, my niece's wedding, hence the kilt, and I'm absolutely fucking knackered. I really am. I'm really tired. Um, so I was kind of thinking, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And then I thought, well, when can I do it? I can't really do it tomorrow night. Tuesday night, I've got my pool. It depends. So I thought, I don't want to let you folks down, so I'm going to get this out, whether it's an hour and a half. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just going to tuck into my Skittles and my fresh orange. Right. The theme of tonight's stream is, I think the last week's stream went down really well. Commodore 64 versus Spectrum. It was a bit of a hoot. It was good fun. It provoked a bit of chat, which is always good. And so I thought, let's do Atari 800 versus C64. So before I start, I think what we'll do is if we can come up with, what's the time just now? It's quarter to. I'll maybe go to 9:30. I can't really go beyond that because I've got work in the morning and all that bollocks, same as you guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up a text document. Right, I want you guys to come up with some games that appeared in the Atari 800 and the Commodore 64 that we need to look at. Now I'm going to move that Mr. Keyboard over there, like so. Now I'm going to put down Drop Zone, Bruce Lee, Hover Bobber. Yeah, good one. That's something slightly different. Hover Bobber. Got Bruce Lee. Stealth. Got Bruce. Oh, Fort Apocalypse. Good shout. Fort Apocalypse. Doesn't matter. Fort Apocalypse. I can't even bloody spell it. Calypse. There we go. Yimp. Yimp. What the hell is that? Right, good shout. Rescue on Fractalis. Oh, hang on, it helps if I press space rescue on Fractalis. I think you're just bloody making them up. Wavy Navy. Evening, Mark. Right, good shout. Animal. Oh, great. I like the Avatar name as well. Animal House. Great America. That's one of my favourite comedies. Fantastic film. Great American. Great. Right, I think we've come up with. I think we've got way more than we need. Great American Road Race. Let's stick with kind of games that we know. Attack the Mutant Camels. Yeah, that's always a good. Well, let's call that AMC. Right, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bandits. Yeah, I think we know that. Yeah, who's going to win with this one? Right, I've never heard it, but somebody said good shout, so we'll go for Bandits. Drelbs, yep, that's another good one. Whirly Nerd, right? Yep, we'll go for that. Like that'll do. That'll do. Whirly Nerd. Did Kung Fu Master come out in the Atari? Fu Master and Drelbs. Right, that's enough, folks. So we've got Drop Zone, Bruce Lee, Hover Bobber, Stealth, Fort Apocalypse, Rescue and Fractalis, Great American Road Race. Somebody did say Hero. Yeah, we'll stick that down. Hero. Right, Zybex. Right, no more. Absolutely no more. Categorically no more. Right, there we go. Great American Road Race, AMC, Bandits, Whirly Nerd, Kung Fu Master, Drelves, Hero, and Zybex. Right, now what I need to do is bring this thing back, but before I do anything, I need to pour myself some juice. So how was your weekend, folks? I was at I was actually down in a castle in Ayr. It was my niece's wedding. Good, really good day. Now I think we can safely say that all these games were they were kind of early games, and they came out on the. I'm going to throw in Boulder Dash as well. Boulder Dash. These are all early games in the C64 catalog, whereas they'd been developing for the Atari quite a long time at that point, probably about 3, 4 years. So yeah, we probably know who's going to do better here. But again, what we'll do is we'll open up this. Uh, right, hang on, Mr. Full Screen. Excellent. Right, there's the Excel. Right. Oh, wrong keyboard. Game, graphics, sound. Obviously, it's not going to be a. These are not arcade games. Um, sorry, I'm being extremely rude. I'm eating some sweets. It's not static. The C64 had 8 sprites. The Atari didn't have 8 sprites. Uh, Atari 800 did have better colours. Graphics, sound, overall, yeah, overall I think. Right, we've got Drop Zone. We've got Bruce Lee. Right, and I think for us to get through all these tonight, I think what we're going to have to do is kind of shorten the length of time I play each one. Hover Bover, Stealth, Fort Apoc, what? This is how you spell it. There we go. Um, what are we doing here? Right, Fort Apocalypse. Race. Rescue on Fract. Uh, Great American Road Race. AMC. Bandits. Not familiar with that one. Bandits. Whirly Nerd. I do remember seeing a review of that. Whirly Nerd. Uh, Kung Fu. I mean, you know what? There's tons of games. There's all the LucasArts films, LucasArts games like the Eidolon and what have you. Kung Fu Master, Threlbs, Hero, Hero, uh, Zybex, again, not one I'm aware of, and Boulder Dash to finish. Right, there we have it. Do that like that. Oh, hang on, let's make this full screen so I can put, excuse me. Right, we'll just do a total like that. Oh, what the hell am I doing, you bloody pillock? And that's going to be equal sum of, I'm showing off my Silky Excel skills like that. And then that goes like that. And then what we'll do is we'll insert a line like so. And then we'll call that Atari 800. Atari 800. Helps if I can spell. There we are. And then what we'll do is we shall merge like that. And then we'll do that. And then we'll do copy, paste down there, and then call that the C64. Right, there we go. There we go, there we go. Yep, oh, fucking Excel. Does anybody not use Excel? Right, that's taking up a bit of space, so I'm going to have to... In fact, you know what? I can get rid of that there, and I can move... Don't want to save that. I can now move that over there. Bring this in a wee bit. Did I tell you I was watching... you've heard the esports? Yeah, you've heard the esports. Well, believe it or not, there is actually... the World Excel Championships. Seriously, they get given problems and then they've got to solve it in the quickest time. So you actually get like a world champion at Excel. That'd be pretty good for your CV. Right. Anyway, enough of my watering. Hopefully this is all going to work. I can go up there. Right. Yeah, we've got an hour and a half, folks. So 10, 20 games. What's that? How can somebody quickly do it? I think we're talking a couple of minutes per game. So, right, let's crack on. What we'll do is we'll do two games. No, we'll jump between them. Yeah, we need to jump between them. Right, let's start off with Atari 800. Right, and what we're looking for, drop zone. I might actually do. For some weird reason, let me just try something. See, why is it the sound is coming out? Nah, it doesn't matter. The sound is coming out my speakers rather than my headphones. But as long as you guys can hear, there's Drelb, so that's good. Drop zone, drop zone. There we are. Right, let's give it a go. Yeah, I was lucky enough to actually get to play this game on Archie McLean's real the machine that he programmed on it was down at Zap Live. Right, let's look over here. Wait a minute, I need to turn up the sound. Oh, bollocks. I actually cut my Excel teeth on Lotus 123. This is just it's just technically it's an absolute masterpiece. It's one of these games that could quite easily have been it could have quite easily have been in arcades. It's so good. So yeah, I mean this scrolling's flawless. What's going on? Oh wait a minute, there we go. I'm wondering why the level wasn't ending. Right. Have some of that. Oh, balls. I think at this rate I'm going to actually finish the game. Is that game over? It certainly is. Right, okay, let's rate it. Graphics. I mean, they're not stunning graphics. But what we'll do is we'll do it as far as how it pushes. What percentage of the sort of machine does it actually push? So I think it's going to be an 8. Sound is great. It's going to be an 8 overall. I'm going to give it a 9. It's a fantastic game. Right, let's get on to the C64. Hang on, should that move over there? That should move over there. Oh, yeah, I was going to disappearing from view there. Can't have that. Right, I don't think that was the loading screen somehow. Ooh, man, that didn't look right, did it? I don't think that's worked. That's weird. That's bizarre. Right, that isn't actually working. That's really weird. Don't think so. No, I think somebody's just come up with the right game base. What are we looking for? Drop zone. Now, see, if I was going to do a slicker, what I would actually have. Well, now there again, they're on the mister, so I'm not going to create new folders. Hi, Craig. The theme is Commodore 64 versus the Atari 8-bit. High score. Yep. That looks better. Right, let's go. I need to change the bloody joystick again. Swap joystick, yes. That's annoying me. Hopefully you guys aren't getting an echo, so I can't hear the sound. So I'm having to... You little bastard. Come here. Oh, shit. I'm not actually got a cold there. I've slightly slightly choked up. Nothing major. Oh, bloody hell. Now, yeah, again, sound is okay. Little quiet on the game front. I can certainly increase that up a wee bit. There we go. Let me know how that is. Why can I not hit any of them? Is that a wee bit better? No, I think my voice is a wee bit higher pitched. Oh, I never noticed that volcano erupting before. Let me know if you need the game sound turned up a wee bit. Right, anyway, that is a C64 one. An absolutely astonishing game. Graphics, again, the graphics are identical. In fact, I'm going to give it a 7.75 because the Atari does have slightly kind of finer kind of colour. The landscape does look a wee bit nicer. Is it really a slightly smaller window in the C64? Never really noticed that actually. So it's got 7.75. Sound, I would say, is just as good. 8 overall. Um, Again, comparing it with the Atari, I think I would have to go for an 8.59. Yep. You've been watching a blank screen, Craig. What are you on about? Why are you watching a blank screen? Right, that is a drop zone. So it's actually got a larger. Really, has it got a larger screen? Never really noticed that. Right, let's crack on. Right, now we're going to, since we've got the C64 open, we're going to. You're right, Ox, but I don't think any of these games is going to actually. None of these games were around when. And what I meant to say is, they only started pushing the SID chip after these games came out. Right. Does that not just take you right back? Honestly, takes me back to like I don't know 1984. Oh bollocks! Arse. Yeah, I'm just being bloody greedy. That's all. Yeah, I did do a couple of videos with some kind of remakes of this game, and what I don't like about this game, it's not a bad thing, but it's quite. Sorry, mate. When he runs, it kind of glitches a wee bit. I don't know why. Watch this. When you see him running, it kind of doesn't seem too bad there. It kind of pauses a wee bit. You'll notice he's kind of where his feet are, but if you jump, oh no, that's just the same. I'm talking bollocks. Have it. Almost like Butch looks like Mr. T from behind when he's kind of facing away with his big sort of Mohican type thing. Why am I going that way? Yeah, just, I don't know, just the way he runs, it's a wee bit kind of stop-start. Right, anyway, let's rate this. C64, Bruce Lee, graphics. Well, the graphics aren't particularly great. You know, you'd be ridiculous to give it a 10. I think we're going to give it I don't know, a 6.5. Sound is a bit meh as well. I think it's going to be a 6, some spot effects. But, you know, as far as a game goes, it's a really, really playable game. And I think we have to give it a 7. Right, let's jump across to the Atari. Right, so what are we looking for? I'm looking for games. I'm looking for Bruce Lee. Evening, Mr. Connolly. How are you, mate? Right, where are we? Where are we? Excuse me. Yeah, I might have a slight kind of smidgen of a cold. Nothing to write home about. Nothing to take a day off work tomorrow or anything like that. But yeah, right. Let's put that in there. Is it F10, I think? It doesn't like that at all. Right, we need to come back out with that. And we need to put in something else. We'll try that. And then what we want to do is reset. Oops. Right, what we need to do is sometimes you've got to disable the basic by holding down F8 before you press F10. That still doesn't like that. I'll try again. F8, F10. There we are. And then F2 to start. Don't know why they didn't use the joystick to start, because I mean both the Atari 800 and the 400 had 4 joystick ports. Start to start, there we go. Now I think this plays slightly more pedestrian, but if I'm not mistaken, I think I don't know, it just looks a wee bit smoother. And I've always preferred the skin colour of the Atari 800 Bruce Lee. Yeah, it definitely runs slower, but a bit smoother. I think it's only when you actually like play one after another, you kind of do see the differences. This just feels a wee bit. It just looks a bit nicer. Is Bruce Lee a wee bit taller looking as well, possibly? Yeah, he was yellow. He was yellow in the C64 one, but it kind of looks normal. yeah, I don't know, it just looks and plays that wee bit nicer. To take nothing away for the C64 one, but this was one of the very first home computer games I ever actually saw, and literally was just blown away. I thought, because I mean, previous to this, I'd seen things like Space Invaders, and then suddenly here was a game featuring one of my heroes alongside Muhammad Ali and Pele, obviously, even though I wasn't really a footy fan. Now, I don't know if that's got to do with running in NTC or PAL or whatever, I'm not sure. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Right, scores in the doors, Brucey. Bruce Lee, again, the graphics, I think they look, well, Bruce Lee does look a wee bit better, so I'm going to give it, I gave the C64 6.5, I'm going to give it 6.85. Sound, it's the same, it is the same, and overall, it's going to be a 7 as well. So it edges it slightly. Right, sticking with the not the C64, sticking with Atari, we are going to move on to a Mr. Jeff Minter game. By the way, has anybody, what was that thing that came out over the weekend? It was like a Lamasoft collection. Was that a kind of collection of games or something? I saw a lot of people talking about it. Right, H. There we are, hover bover. Sorry for bursting your eardrums when I cough. F8, F10. So what exactly is it, Adam? Is it just a collection of everything Lamasoft? Hey, Colin, how you doing, mate? Is there any point in getting it? I mean, I've is it presented in a really kind of nice evening, Mrs. Gregory? How are you? Is it kind of presented in a sort of like a nice collection, a bit like the Atari 50? I mean, don't get me wrong, if I can support Jeff, I'm assuming Jeff's going to get money from it. Right, why is that? Not liking that. There we go. Right. If you didn't know, this game was actually Jeff was he was attending one of the PCW shows, and he was with his dad, and he was in a bread and breakfast, and he was having his breakfast in the morning, and he looked out, and there was a guy cutting the grass, and I think his dad said to him, "Why don't you come up with a game?" Oh, nice. I think I'll definitely need to buy that. Thanks, guys. And yeah, Hover Bover was born. Come on, how'd I start? Oh, it's the same guys that actually did it. I mean, can you two minds whether to get it on the PC or get it on the Xbox? It's a pity you don't have like cross-platform. That'd be nice. There's that infernal dog. Oh, bollocks. I'm not too sure about the pink Pink Flymo. Oh, piss off. Now you'll notice that the main sprite, oh bugger off, you're just kind of one colour, well the lawnmower is yellow, but you're just kind of, sorry, the lawnmower is pink, and you're yellow. Bugger off! I love and hate this game in equal measures. Now, when you press the fire button in this version, oh bugger, the dog doesn't make any noise. So just bear that in mind when we play the C64 one. Right, anyway. I don't think there was. I don't think Interceptor ever made any games for the Atari, sadly. Right, let's take a look at the C64 one. I've got the Atari 50 on the PC actually, yeah. Hey, what am I looking for? Now right away, I think the sound in this version is better. I think, whilst the Atari has got a kind of more colourful version, I think I do prefer the colour in the C64 one. Now you'll see there, the main sprite is multicolour, and he's got some animated legs. And the lawnmower is orange, like it should be. Right, come on, over here. Now you'll notice when you press the fire button for the dog to attack. Oh fuck! Evening Lee. It does bark, which is a nice little touch. Oh, piss off, honestly. Motor Mania, my goodness, I absolutely caned that game to death. Oh, bollocks. Not a good bit to cut the bloody, cut the flower bed. I didn't actually, I rate the Atari, right? Well, I'll tell you what, we'll wait until this finishes. You'll be pleased to know I've only got 2 sweeties left, so I'll not be making any more noise. Right, where am I? Oh shit. So this Jeff Minter thing, I believe it doesn't have any of the Atari games because they were licensed to Atari rather than Lamasoft. Right, okay. Like the Atari 801, graphics were nice. I wasn't a big fan of the colour. It did have kind of limited. It did have what do you call it? Yeah, the sprites were limited in colour. I think graphics. I'm going to go for 7. Sound is alright, nothing wonderful. Has got music. Go for a 6.5, and it's a good fun game. It's going to be. I'm going to go for a 7. Commodore 64 graphics I think are better use of colour, more detail in the sprites. So it's going to be an 8. Sound has got better music. It's going to be a 7.75. And overall, yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, we'll give it a 7.5. There we go. Right, next. Again, sticking with the C64, we're going to look at a game that I actually played a couple of weeks ago. It is Stealth. Nice graphics, like a little erupting volcano at the bottom. Wait a minute, what's... Hang on, is it the wrong joystick? There we go. The idea behind this game is to destroy the tower, which you're flying towards, but you're being hindered along the way by numerous baddies, and you've got energy which you have to kind of replenish as and when you can. It's not a great game. I mean, it's I kind of almost think it's more a sort of technical demo. Now, the one I did play for my video a few weeks ago was the Atari 800 one, and I'm sure the shit kinda... Hang on a wee second, guys. Archie! What the hell? Ah! I've just had a dog that's about to be sick. Honest to God. What's wrong with you? Come on. This dog drives me absolutely insane. Right, go and lie down. Ah, sorry about that, folks. Right, I'll give it another quick go, I think. You don't want to pick up, you want to pick up the yellow, but not the red. The red actually reduces your energy. I'm gonna have to turn this sound up a wee bit. Right, anyway, right, let's rate this. C64 Stealth graphics. Yeah, graphics are nice. Excuse me. The sprites in particular are quite detailed. So I'm going to give it a, I don't know, we'll give it a 7. Sound is, it's minimal. No music, well there is a bit of music. Not bad. I'm going to give it a 6.75. And overall out of 10 as a game, probably about a 6.5 I think. Right, on to the... Sorry, I'm just worried about that dog. He's getting older now and he's starting to like do pees in the house and what have you, and I thought he was going to be sick there. Yeah, I love him to bits, but he is getting old, unfortunately. He's starting to, you know, when he starts doing the toilet in the house, what have you, it's a bit frustrating, shall we say. Right, that was the C64. Let's I'm looking for stealth. Stealth, there we are. That doesn't sound particularly healthy. Ooh, and it doesn't even look healthy. Alright, let's try I'll try F8 and then F10. Yeah, some Atari games you've got to disable the basic, and you do so on the Mister by holding down F8. Doesn't seem to be loading either, does it? Ah, it does. Right, there we are. Now, you see there right away the is that right, a UV torch? I never actually thought about that. Seriously, Ox, that's something I may invest in. Right, what I want to do? Oh wait a minute, I need to do start. Now, colour-wise, I think this looks nicer. That was bad. You'll see the graduation in the background is really nice. The sort of sky, the red sky at night is a shepherd's delight, so they say. But you'll notice the other sprites are monochrome. Is that something that you you use, Ox, in the house? And what I do like about this, I think you're right, Lee. I think it is. I think it is a bit faster. I like the way the ship kind of bobbles up and down. Sorry, I'm just blasting everything here, even stuff that I shouldn't be blasting. It's a shame that the other sprites couldn't be more than one colour because, you know, factor in the better colour palette in the Atari, the games really looked incredible. Right, anyway, listen, we better kind of crack on because I'm conscious we've got a lot of games to get through. Right, let's see. Stealth. The graphics, I've kind of got to compare it with what I gave the C64. We gave the graphics 7 on the C64. I'm going to stick with 7 because whilst the Atari does lose points for having monochrome sprites, I think it does look overall the better game. But I don't want to give it a better score because I think the C64, the fact it's got the coloured sprites is nice, so I'm going to give it a 7 as well. Sound is... There's not a lot. I'm going to give it the same as the C64, 6.75. Overall, I think it is a slightly better game. It just feels better. It's a wee bit quicker. So I'm going to give it a 7. 7.28. There we go. It's not quite a 7.5 game. Right, now for some real fun and games. Now I will literally play this for a couple of minutes because it is a game I can now complete. It literally took me 40 years to complete. Not literally playing it for 40 years, but it took 40 years of playing it on and off over the years to eventually complete it. And that is the wonderful Fort Apocalypse. F10. Gameplay score. Well, I'm kind of putting that in the overall. Yeah, I probably could have had an extra gameplay, but I think we'll leave it. Now this is extremely smooth. It's got really nice scrolling, which does make a big difference. I love this game. Never get bored of playing it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Both got helicopters, but in my opinion, this is a much better game. I'm not a huge fan of Choplifter. Sound is absolutely fine. It does what it needs to. Oh, that was silly. It's not a game you can really rush. Says he as he rushes. Oh, what the hell? Alright, you can't. You can't fire your weapon when you're on that little pad thing. Oh, bollocks. Right. Anyway, listen. I could quite literally play that game all night. It's one of my favourite games. It's just a fantastic game. Right. That was the Atari. Let's jump on to the C64. In fact, let's rate it. Fort Apocalypse. Tell you what. I think Ox is right. I'm going to insert a column here. What the hell's making that noise? I was wondering what was the noise. I thought it was my fan, and it's actually Fort Apocalypse, funnily enough. Right, yeah, I think we'll do gameplay. Gameplay. Right, drop zone, it's a 9. Bruce Lee is extremely playable. It's going to be a 9. Hover bother. Let me think. Yeah, it's a 9. Bruce Lee gameplay. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's playable. Hover bother. It's the same as probably give that an 8. Stealth. It's a bit, I don't know, twitchy. Not in a good way. A 7. And then we'll put in gameplay in here. I know you guys can't see, but if I move that over there, actually, I can then move the chat to there. And then I can move that to there. And then I can move that to there. And then you can see it. There you are. Gameplay. It's going to be a 9 as well. A 9. A 9. 8. I mean, the gameplay is identical. The thing is, the games we've picked are all going to be pretty much the same when it comes to gameplay, but it's an extra little add-on. Right, C64. I'm going to load the cartridges. And what we're loading, we're looking for Fort Apocalypse. We're going to get to 9:30, folks, and then we're going to have to call it a night, so we may not actually finish this one. See, there's stuff like Forbidden Forest and that as well. I mean, without giving any spoilers, I think we've definitely picked games that are kind of pretty much well known as being good on the Atari. That's fine. The screen the title page has got nicer colour on the Atari one. Yeah, I'm thinking we do rather than rush it. I think we should do a part 2 rather than trying to get through it all. Oh, piss off. These helicopters, they're so kind of random. Fucking hell. Right, let's take this bastard out. There he is over there, I think. No, it's one of these things. Is that the helicopter? Is that the helicopter? No, it's one of these little... I don't quite know what these little things are meant to be. Yeah, there are so many games you could compare in this. You cheeky bugger. It was the Atari 800 one that I completed, so maybe I should actually try and complete the. That's going to change. Bollocks. Maybe I should try and complete the C64 one. Excuse me. I'm just rushing it. Hey, evening, Mr. Cardboard. How are we, mate? Hope you're well, buddy. It's been a while since I saw you. I think, in fact, it was bloody play Blackpool. That was. In fact, that was what am I talking about? It wasn't last year. It was the year before. Holy shit. Right, anyway, let's rate Fort Apocalypse on the Atari 800 first. Graphics. They're not great graphics, but, you know, in fact, we're talking about graphics. The graphics are the same on both. I'm going to give it a 6.5. Sound. There's something about the sound. I just like the sound slightly more. I'm going to give it a 7 on that. Overall, it's slick, it's faster, it's smoother. Yeah, I'm going to give it. It's going to be an 8, and the gameplay is bloody brilliant. I'm going to go give that an 8.89. Commodore 64 graphics going to be the same, 6.5. Sound, I prefer the sound slightly on the Atari, so I'm going to give that a 6.75. Overall, it's still a great game. It's going to get a 7.75 in gameplay. It's still extremely playable, but because it's not got the silky kind of smooth graphics or scrolling, it's going to be a wee bit less. Gameplay is going to be a firm 8. There we go. Right, now from one game to the next. Right, let's the next game we're going to play is, what was it called? Rescue on Fractalis. Now, if you were a dodgy pirate on the Atari back in the day, you may have known this game as Behind Jaggy Lines. There was a leaked version that came out. I was going to say on the internet. The internet wasn't even a thing. It came out and people acquired it, and the kind of beta name was, the in-progress name was called Behind Jaggy Lines. But the official version was called Rescue on Fractalis. Right, what we're looking for, Rescue. There we are. Right, we'll start in level 4. Yeah, let's just start now. How do we actually start? Yeah, bulletin boards, I think that's probably exactly what it was. Now, I'm trying to remember how you do the speed. Now this game, it uses fractal graphics, which are like procedurally generated or something, so they're not pre-rendered. This is like generating the graphics on the fly type thing. I wish I could figure out how to reduce the speed. Right, we've landed, turn the systems off, and then hopefully the pilot will come run towards us. I know there's a bit of glitching going on there, I'm not quite sure. That's him outside. Airlock is A. Yeah, I don't know why we've got a bit of glitching. Right, how do we take off? Systems on. Am I moving forwards here at all? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that height? No, I don't want to bloody land. Shit. But yeah, I mean, it does give a nice impression. I mean, the C64 is not renowned for sort of like stuff like this. Yeah, there's definitely some glitching going on. You see underneath where it says system is on. Where is he? Where is he? Right, I wish I knew how to move. Can anyone tell me the controls for moving in this game? Evening, Mark. How are you, buddy? Right, anyway, let's... that is the C64. Right, let's rate it. Right, Rescue Fractalis graphics. Yeah, graphics are nice. I mean, it's it's impressive when you think about what it's actually doing. So I think we've got to give it an 8. Sound, it's minimal. Evening, Bob. Nothing to write home about, but it's functional. So probably give it a 6, I think. Overall, I mean, it's a great game. I think we'll give it an 8.5. In gameplay, it's extremely playable. We'll give it a firm 8. Right, on to the Atari. Atari 800. Right, how many games have we actually got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think if we play 7, we've done 5. I think we'll, excuse me, I think that'll do. I think we'll play. So what we'll do for part 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do up to Great American Road Race this week. Well, if it's slightly before 9:30, we'll maybe include AMC, and then we'll do the others next week. How does that sound? Right, what we're looking for. We're looking for Rescue Fractalis. Let's just go for the hard disk images, and that's going to be in there. Yeah, the Eidolon is on the 8-bit mark, and the Eidolon is fantastic. I mean, it's good in the C64, but I have to say the Atari one is better. Oops. Alright, Rescue Fractalis is not there, so what we're going to have to do is hunt for it manually. There we are. And F10 to reboot. We'll do that at the end, Ox, I think. Although it will only be the midway stage, since we're going to continue. Hang on, I'm going to have some more Morrison's orange juice. Now, Atari, right away, it gets a bonus point, because something like that, back in 1984, was bloody impressive. It really was. Sound, I think, is better as well. And the graduation with the colour. Yeah, definitely slicker. God, there's so many. I'm just thinking even games like Encounter and what have you, Seamus, bloody hell. So many good games. Now, right away, you may notice this is just running. This is just running so much quicker and smoother. Again, I don't know what the controls are. Let's land just in front of him so we can hopefully see him running towards the spaceship. Is he coming? It's too far away, so we need to fly forwards. Oh, how the hell how did I start moving? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the buttons are to increase the speed. That's annoying. It's not that. It's not that. I've just reset the game, you bloody pillock. Right, let's jump back in again. I'm not sure, Del. To be honest, I'm not overly sure what version is what. I don't think it actually tells you. Right, let's just look for a downed ship. I've just noticed what is that timer at the top? Is it 1718? It's counting up. What is that? Oh, did I just miss somebody? Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, this does give a far greater kind of feeling of being there, because it is definitely slicker. In you come. Eh, right. Anyway, we're going to move on. I don't know. I don't know the keys for this game. Yeah. Right. Let's rate it. Right. We've rated the C64, so I'm going to have to compare it just so I kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. Right. Graphics. Again, I think the Atari does take it because it does look nicer. It's got sort of better use of colour, so I think it's going to be an 8.5 for that. Sound, I like the sound in the Atari one a wee bit better as well, so I'm going to give it a 7. Overall, I'm going to give it an 8.5. And gameplay, I think it does, because it's faster and smoother, I think it is slightly more a better game to play. So it's going to be an 8.5, I think. Right, sticking with Atari, we're now on to game number 6, number 7 actually. And it is the Great American Road Race, which I did play. I think it came out by Activision. Again, I've heard all these games are early games. Great American is it Cross Country Road Race? Is it? Yeah, there we go. That's got to. Well, is that one of the biggest, longest names for a game? Possibly. The one thing that I quite like, I don't think, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't think I've had any problems with OBS crashing recently. Take care of Rodin. Thanks for joining in, buddy. It's always, I appreciate everyone taking time to join me, mate. So you have a nice week, mate. See you later. There's games like Ghostbusters. Oh my goodness. I think we need to, yeah, we definitely, we could probably actually do a part 3. So many games. Right, how does this game actually work? Select field. How do you select the field? Uh, a minute. Right, what is going on here? Forwards. Forwards. How the... A minute. Have I just blown my engine? I'm trying to figure out how to actually play this. Gears, button, and up. Oh yeah, this is me now pushing it. You've got to hammer fire button to push the car. Because I think if I ran out of fuel, no I haven't run out of fuel. What's happened? I ran out of petrol. Oh, it empties on the right. Aye, okay. Is that the pump there? Come on! Right, I'm going to reload this because I don't know what's going on. I remember thinking at first that it looked pretty shit, but then I actually quite enjoyed playing this. Right, so is that right from Los Angeles to San Francisco? Yeah, let's go to San Francisco. Right, now wait a minute, the fuel is at the right. So how do I change? Give me a second, I'm going to look at Game Base and see if I can see if I've got any instructions. Let's have a look at the C64 because I'll probably have the instructions for the Atari one as well. Right, great. There we go. Great American Cross Country Road Race. Like, let's see extras. Cover. Bollocks. There's no instructions with it. Right, how do I do this? So I'm pressing forwards, it's doing nothing. It doesn't actually show the Alright, I see we're doing something. Right, I think I probably blew the engine, right, so... Oh, what the hell's going on? Right, I cannot fire to accelerate. Thanks, Neil. Fire to accelerate, push forward and back, and it goes to change gear. So, right, I'm pressing. Right, have I blown the engine again, possibly? Right, I give up. We'll try the C64 one. Right, that was right. That was Atari one. Graphics, yeah, a bit all right. Probably a 6.5, I think. Sound, there's not an awful lot to really speak off or hear off. I don't know, 5.5. We'll give it a 6 again. 6 overall. 6.5. Gameplay, it's a bit finicky, I think, with the gears and what have you. Gameplay, I'll give it a 7. We'll be generous. Right, let's try. Hopefully we'll do better in the C64 one. Commodore 64. By the way, thank you very much to everyone that's tuned in tonight. I will be here until 9:30. I usually do these 7 o'clock until 9, depending on what's kind of going on. I had a few things to do tonight. Right. Great American cross country. There we are. I think you'd really need to see these side by side to kind of see, look at the difference in graphics. Right, so Neil's saying fire to accelerate, push forward and back in the joystick to change gear. Right. Now, right away, you'll see there the graphics do look nicer in this one. They're more kind of detailed. Right, how do we start? Do we need to swap joysticks? Right, we'll do the same. Right, so right, see, I'm pressing accelerate to. I'm pushing up, and pulling down. Oh, for fuck's sake! Right, I've just blown the engine again. Well, for somebody pushing the car, he appears to be pushing the car at a fair rate. Notice, look at the miles ticking down. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to do the bloody gears. Right, I'm going to reload. I'm just going to do a reset and try again. Fire button to fuel revs, then release fire and push earlier forward or back. I'll give that a go. That's what I was trying to do. Right, so I'm at full revs, release fire and push. Ah, right. So you press fire, release the fire button. You need to release the fire button. Then you do the accelerator again. So I was going to say it's like driving a real car. It's nothing like driving a real car. Yeah, you've got to take your finger off the fire button and then press it forwards. I think it's only fair we give the Atari one another wee go. Because I now know what I'm doing. Hopefully. Right, anyway, right, let's graphics. Definitely nicer. I'm going to give them 7.5 in the C64. Sound, it's about the same. I'm going to give it a 6. Overall, I think it's slightly better because it looks nicer. Gameplay, it's going to be a 7 as well. Right, I think we should. It's only right and fair that we try the Atari one again. But I do remember playing it quite a bit back in the day. I actually really enjoyed it. It's quite challenging. Then you get to wait for this little kind of bit to disappear. Right, okay. Select field. We'll go for the same. So forwards. There we go. Oh, damn it. Oh, have we run out of petrol? Engine blowing. Oh, bollocks. I think it is a bit quicker than the C64. Does it make it a better game? Not too sure. Right. Right, enemy, listen. We'll did we adjust it at all? Nah, not really. I just knew how to play it there. I'm just gonna leave the scores exactly as they are. Right, I think will we play one more game? We'll play Attack the Mutant Camels, and then we'll resume next week. I didn't. Oh, I thought Nerg. I thought the one last year's was the last Nerg mark. When is it? Yeah, I thought last year was the last one. If it is, if it's on this year, I'll hopefully get down again. Right. I'll tell you what. Since we've got the Atari one open, we'll just we'll try the Atari Attack the Mutant Camels. Camels, there we go. Now, depending, I think it is the last one, Oaks. Depending on where you're playing this game, I think Grid Runner was known as Attacking Mutant Camels. It was weird why they changed the kind of names depending on what country you were in, you lived in. Okay, now this game is so fast. And you end up, well, at least I do end up just bouncing about. Now, I'm going to be biased in this game because I have got a soft spot for the C64 version. I love it. It's insanely fast, this game. The technique I use in the C64 one just doesn't work. I just gonna sit behind them and basically shoot them up the arse. That's the only way to do it, folks. Just thinking, Craig, and I don't know if Colin's still in, we'll need to think about getting our arcade club tickets bought. I'll probably buy mine when I get paid at the end of the month. Absolutely shit at this version. Right, well, we'll give it another go. We'll give it one more go, I think. Totally with you, Mark. It does look nice, but there's just so much going on. Yeah, I mean the inertia and the actual controls in this version is completely different from the C64. I will actually be able to demonstrate how to play the C64 when I'm not too bad at it. This one, it feels like pinball. Yeah, on the C64 one, when you're kind of behind them, you've got to keep kind of pressing right to kind of keep moving. But in this one, when you press right, it just accelerates really fast. Bounce about all over the place. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Right, let's rate it. Attack the Mutant Camels. Graphics. I mean, the graphics are pretty good. Nice colour. The camel actually looks like a camel as opposed to two men in a pantomime outfit. That was Jeff Minter's words, not mine. But this version does look nice. I'm going to give it a 7. Whoops, wrong keyboard. I'm going to give it a 7. Sound is really good as well. It's going to be a 7. Overall, personally, I can't play it, but that's not to say it's a worse game. I'm only comparing it with my ability and comparing it to C64. Overall, I'm going to give it a 7. Gameplay, I'm going to go for 6. I just find it too difficult. Right, the last game we're going to look at tonight, folks, is going to be the C64 version Attacking Mutant Camels, and then we'll resume next week, if that's all right. Now the scrolling in this one is nowhere near as good as the C64. See this one, all you do is tap it to the right. If you take your finger off the joystick, it moves back, and all you want to do is sit nice and snug and just zip out the road like that. Yeah, this one's not got the same sort of like window dressing. It's not got all the parallax scrolling. Oh, didn't want to do that. And it's not got well, it's not parallax scrolling. It's not got the sort of the scrolly lines that come towards you. Oh, bollocks. Did I have? Ah, well, I must admit, Adam, I never have it set to on. Did I have it set to on in the Atari one? Probably did, which wouldn't make it any easier. What the hell's going on here? I'm all over the shop. I can actually play this game. Although I do prefer a proper joystick rather than the arcade stick. try and finish this level, and then we'll do a quick summary. I'm actually just thinking about this. I mean, the games we've picked. If you were to ask me to pick 10 games that are better on the Atari 100 than on the Commodore 64, pretty much about 8 or 9 of them would be in the list that we've picked today. Whereas there are definitely games that are better on the C64 than on the Atari. So this is a slightly biased, or not biased, it's a slightly unfair list. You know, the games we've picked, I could tell you right away that the Atari ones are generally better. Oops. Right, anyway, folks, listen, that's we better call it a night. It's getting late. We've got work tomorrow. Let's bring that back. So we can see here. Wait a minute, we need to rate this one right. C64 graphics on the C64, definitely not as nice. I think we're going to have to go for a 6 for graphics. Sound, I actually think the sound is better on this, so I'm going to give that an 8. Overall, it's more playable. I mean, well, I suppose from a graphical point of view and sound point of view, it's probably a less technically impressive game. So I think we'll go for it's going to score slightly less. But gameplay, I think the C64 version takes it. It's definitely easier, so it's going to get a 7. Right, okay, webcam full screen, there we go. Right, listen folks, again, apologies about the late start and the slightly kind of shorter stream tonight. Always great fun. I always do appreciate everyone taking time out of their weekend to kind of watch this stuff. I will be back. I don't have a nice and nasty this week. No, I don't, but I do have. I've got Gary Penn lined up, I think, on Thursday. That should be good. Looking forward to see what he's going to have to say about things. That should be good. And I have got a few other videos. There was if you watched the last week's Nice and Nasty, or listened to it, I should say, my mate Jamie Hampshire, one of the games that he picked as his nasty was what do you call it? Super Huey on Atari ST. And what we've decided, just for kind of a laugh, Jamie and I got together to attempt to play the game. So yeah, you've got that to come next week. That'll be coming out next week. So anyway, folks, listen, have a great remaining Sunday night. Stay safe, have a good week, and as always, thank you very much, folks. Take care.